on the high of the day momentum scanner to see if anything else is going to be ripping. It does look like NAKD is starting to pick on up. Break of $2 on NAKD, we could see a possible play. Break of $2 on NAKD, you can get a possible play in right here, as that stock is looking for a rip as well. So NAKD is starting to warm up, pretty quickly. At the break of $2 right there, and the stock, it does look like it wants to run $2, and it now looks like it wants to run, even bigger. So NAKD right now is going on a massive play from that $2 break, on that $2 break right now. So NAKD just went on a big break from that $2 rip. $2 break right there, just got on a nice big play. And again, now when this stock gets unhalted, NAKD, we could see a lot of big time potential for this play to start moving again, and this stock to really possibly take on off and rip. This stock just broke $3 right now. Again, it could go on another big time rip. So again, possible $3 break right up towards around that 325 area. It already hit a pretty big mark all the way up towards around 334. But NAKD, again, is looking for that big time pop and that big time run. $3 resistance is holding it up right now. $3 resistance is holding it up right now. Kind of just gapped up towards around that $3 mark. So again, right now I'm still not in anything, guys. Right now I'm still not in anything. Still not in anything yet. TBIO definitely, NAKD still has potential, but right now I'm not in anything. Still have not hopped in on anything yet. Because again, NAKD has the merger agreement, which is very nice. TBIO slowly moving on up. I know you guys are talking about that. And then I'm still watching, APVO to see if that stock could ever come back on up. But I know, most activity right now is on NAKD. Now, NAKD, if it breaks $3 again, that's where the stock could possibly start moving. And this is where it is starting to probably get a little bit of a rip. And you can see NAKD right now starting to get some activity. And this is where the stock could get that nice pop. So, break right here on this $3 mark at around $3. I'm going to try to see if I can get in around, let's see if this holds on up. And it does look like it wants to hold on up for a possible next leg on up for NAKD. And you can see it is hitting some new highs, so it's not a bad area to hop in on this play. NAKD on the next break of $3. As you can see, 350 resistance right now as this stock is moving on up, and we could see that break of 350 all the way up towards around 375. So again, depending on where you want to get in on this play, guys, watch for that break of 350 coming on up. And I think we're gonna have a pretty nice play on our hands. We could definitely have a pretty nice play on our hands if we do get that nice big pop, that nice big run. Again, guys, right now we have hit a high of 350. I still have not, find that nice position for myself to hop in on this play and say, okay, go ahead. I'm going to be getting in right here because again, I just don't want to force anything on this Friday. So right now, again, NAKD is very active, but I still have yet to, hop in on a position. Might hop in just at this bottom $3 mark on a small position, and if it goes up towards around that 325, 350, look for some nice profit from there. But right now, again, I'll probably, that's what I'm probably going to do. So it's at 310 right here. Look for up towards around that 350-ish mark for a possible break, because it does look like it wants to go on a little bit of a run. So let's see what's actually going to happen. Still just my fingers on the trigger, looking to see if I want to get in. It does have that $3, a 390 support, or 290 support, excuse me. 290 support right now. So I am going to look for small position right here, NAKD. See if I get filled. There it is. I do want to see if it gets a nice a rip. And again, 290, guys. 290 is its area of support. 290 is the area of support. So we'll see if we get a possible break up and up and out. That's the most important thing. If it goes below 290 support, that's when it's done. If it goes below 290 support, that's when it's done. Giving you guys that heads up. Right now, you can see it's consolidating. Needs to get that big time activity to get that rip. It needs some activity. 290 support gets hit, guys, it is done. So I definitely want you guys to be on high alert for that 290 support. After that, it is done. Right now, 310 resistance holding on up. We got to get back in the 320s if this stock wants to rip. Needs to get back in the 320s if this stock wants to rip. Below $3, that's when it's probably going to hit around that 290 mark. But right now, Right now that that 290 is support and that 315 mark is resistance. We are building a little bit of higher lows, and there it is, the 320 mark. So we are moving on up a little bit of higher lows. You can see the stock is slowly moving on up. And again, guys, I'm going to be pretty safe on my trades today. I'm going to be, definitely pretty safe on my trades today. I'm not going to be going huge today. It is Friday. I do not want to force anything, and I do just want to stay smart because, if we don't get that breakout, the stock is going to be crashing. So again, I am going to be pretty smart about how I'm going to be trading, and I'm not going to be forcing a lot at all. So again, I'm going to be locking in some sort of profit when I'm up, and there's 320 right there. So again, I'm definitely going to be very, very smart about how I'm trading. But look at this, guys. This trend line is everything. Right here, this trend line is everything. If we break back above that 340 mark, we're going to be taking on off. You could see that trend line building. You could see, watch for the possible squeeze coming on up, guys. Possible squeeze coming on up on this play. This could be a very big rip in the next few moments. Very big rip possibly coming in the next few moments on a squeeze play right here. If it does not break, if it comes up towards around 335, on NAKD, if this stock comes up towards around 335 and does not break, that's when that stock is definitely going to be coming back on down. So I definitely want to be putting buy alerts or sell alerts, excuse me, up towards around that 335ish, 340 mark. So again, guys, right here, and this is where I'm going to definitely lock in half. I'm going to lock in half right here along this 330 mark, just so I'm being, just so I'm being safe. So this is where I'm locking in half my profits, just so I'm being safe up near this 330 mark on NAKD. And now I'm going to let the other half run. Now I'm letting the other half run on NAKD for the squeeze. I'm watching for the squeeze right here on NAKD inside the wedge. I'm letting the other half go right here for that new high of the day. Again, the high of the day on NAKD is 161. We do have 350. Guys, squeeze coming. Squeeze coming on NAKD. We're looking for the pop new high of the day. And this is the wedge I'm talking about. This is the wedge I'm talking about. So we need this pop of this wedge. Guys, follow your trend line as well. 320 mark at least to hold. 320 mark to hold. And again, if we have a strong red candle, that's where that stock's going to be done. It is squeezing. You could see the squeeze going on this play right now. So again, I lock in half just so no matter what, I am leaving this trade profitable. Just so I'm leaving this trade profitable. But you can see 350 touch coming on up right here, guys. 350 touch on the squeeze. And let's get this breakout, baby. What do you got for us, NAKD? I want 350 resistance. Again, if you guys would like to just lock in and know that 350 is a resistance. 350 is a resistance line. Obviously, as you guys can tell, we do have a little bit of a doji star, up in these higher levels. Since we have not broken 350 yet, I'm probably going to lock in the 25% and have about 25% left to go on a nice run. Because if it does not break 350, I want to make sure that I'm going to be leaving profitable. So right here, 345, I'm going to put in, and there's 350. So let's get this last 25% going. And there's that squeeze I wanted to see. New high of the day, NAKD. New high of the day, squeeze play. Letting the rest run right here. Letting the rest run on a squeeze play. Letting the rest run on a squeeze play on the wedge. And as long as it holds this trend line, we are good. As long as it holds the trend line, we are good, guys. As long as it holds this trend line, we are good. So trend line, stop loss, all the way back down at 340. So no matter what, we are leaving this trade profitable. No matter what, we are leaving this trade profitable. We have the wedge going right now. The wedge just popped on off, and this is where we could see a big time rip all the way on up. If it comes back below this trend line, that is when we are out. If it comes back below this trend line is honestly right here at 334. 334 would be trend line, guys. So again, if you want to have your stop loss, if you're in at 310, if you want to have your stop loss, let's say 329 would be, a perfect area, 329. So 329, 328, that means it would be underneath. And again, you guys can just hold the rest on out if you guys would like to. But again, as long as that trend line holds, we are good to go. So this last 25%, I'm just going to hold it on this trend line. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to hold it on this trend line, the last 25%. And so right here, guys, we are testing that trend line. We are testing that trend line. Testing that trend line. If it cracks soon, I'm gonna get out. It's starting to crack. Starting to crack right here. Stop loss hit, guys. Stop loss hit. So we are out and done on NAKD. Out and done on NAKD. Just hit stop loss. We do have 320 support, so it could, still possible. Still possible to get a U-shaped pattern now because we do have that 320 support. Break of the high of the day is where we have that next leg up. The high of the day is 368. 368, but now I am down and out of NAKD. But that is how we get a nice wedge, guys. That is how we find some nice profit on this Friday. I'm very, very happy about that, guys. That is exactly what I wanted to see. All the wedge forming, broke of the wedge up towards high of the day, up towards 368. That was a very predictable play. And again, all we did was put the trend line in. It told us our trading plan. You could see it's crashing right now. And so shout out to everyone who just made some easy cash right there. That was perfect, guys. That was perfect. Perfect trading right there. 310 buy alert again, and now it started moving on up. I got in at 309. 309 was my entry. I noticed this at the $2 break. I wish I got in at the $2 break, of course. I saw this coming up towards the $2 break. I saw the halt, come, and then it started getting a little wild, but at the same time, we just found a predictable play. We found a predictable pattern and went from there. Our predictable pattern, went from there, and right now we are still watching the stock, but the most predictable thing we could do was go on this nice wedge, get this nice green candle. It did get a nice rip. We could have locked in a little bit higher. I was just going to hold that last trend line, and you can see right here doji star forms, trend line breaks, and that's when it starts moving on down. So again, that's something I really want you guys to understand. It's something I really want you guys to understand. Look at this, guys. Riding. Doji star indicates trend reversal. Turns around. Now we are dumping right here on NAKD. Now we are dumping on NAKD. Let's see if that 290 support can still hold on up. But that is exactly how we wanted to play that stock, guys. That is exactly what I wanted to see. And that was great trading right there. Shout out to everyone who made some nice profit. Guru stock, $510. Jace Niggle, $99. Kitty Spy, $150. H04, 5,000 shares, 266, all the way up to $3. Shout out to you. TS10, $210. A lot of big time plays, guys. I'm very, very excited.